Have you noticed that when it comes to money, people always repeat the same advice? Save here, invest there, cut some expenses. But few really tell you the lessons that make a difference and transform financial life. Wizards, there are certain secrets that most people are unaware of and which were crucial to my journey toward financial freedom. And I'm not talking about complex tricks or magic formulas, but rather straightforward and practical teachings. These are lessons that opened my eyes and showed me that achieving financial independence is possible as long as you understand what you need to do to get there. In this video, I will share the 10 best money lessons that changed my life, lessons that can certainly change yours too. 1. Spending to impress. For many, spending money is a way to position themselves, to show something to the world. But if a person looks a little deeper, they realize that the desire to impress ends up being costly. When someone decides to buy that luxury car just to gain the approval of others, the impact goes beyond the price of the vehicle. This type of spending reduces the ability to build a reserve, invest, and even earn extra income. In the end, what was supposed to bring satisfaction becomes a burden, affecting both the wallet and the future. Those who truly understand financial planning know that spending to impress is a trap. Think of great investors like Warren Buffett, known for his simplicity. He still lives in the same house he bought decades ago, despite his billionaire fortune. He understands that true wealth lies in having freedom and security, not in flaunting. And this teaches a lesson. Keeping finances under control is far more important than projecting an image of wealth. In the long run, it is this control that allows one to create a fulfilling life without the need to prove anything to anyone. The key to breaking this cycle is to focus on what really matters. Instead of spending on items that impress but do not add value to life, it's worth prioritizing what truly makes sense for each individual. This might mean investing in knowledge, experiences, or even savings that allow for greater security. And this is the first step toward a healthier relationship with money, a realization that few have, but which transforms the way one thinks about wealth and freedom. 2. Real millionaires are frugal. Many people imagine that millionaires live a life surrounded by luxuries and extravagances. However, those who observe closely realize that, in reality, many true millionaires adopt a frugal lifestyle. They prefer to spend less than they earn, accumulating wealth instead of flaunting it. This is the case for Bill Gates, for example, who, despite his fortune, maintains modest consumption habits and buys clothes and items without extravagance. For these millionaires, living on less than they earn is a strategic way to accumulate and protect wealth. This frugal mindset is one of the reasons these people remain millionaires. Instead of spending on unnecessary items or showing status, they prefer to direct their money toward investments that truly yield returns. They understand that true wealth does not lie in spending everything they have but in investing wisely. This is an essential lesson for anyone wishing to accumulate money and build a consistent wealth, simplifying spending to increase opportunities for real and sustainable gains. If we look at our own habits, frugality can be an interesting practice to adopt. Replacing impulsive consumption with well-thought-out financial planning is a way to ensure a safer and more financially balanced future. And this choice also offers a freedom that excessive consumption does not provide. After all, the less we depend on high spending, the freer we are to focus on bigger goals that truly have value. 3. Network of influences. Often, without realizing it, the people around us directly influence our habits. Friends, family, co-workers, they all subtly impact the decisions we make. Think about how many times an unexpected dinner, a last-minute trip, or an impulsive purchase happens because someone suggested it or made an invitation. It's easy to lose control of spending when we are surrounded by people who do not share the same vision of financial planning. However, surrounding oneself with people who value financial education and seek extra income or investments can also have a positive influence. When we are alongside people who share these values, we learn new strategies and feel motivated to adopt good habits. For example, having friends who invest in index funds or even have an emergency fund is inspiring and educational. This interaction creates an environment that encourages us to be more aware and responsible with our own finances. Building a network of positive influences is an investment in itself. Participating in discussion groups about finances, following channels that teach about financial planning, and maintaining contact with people who have a perspective on money are steps that contribute to a real change in mindset. After all, when it comes to building wealth, no one needs to do it alone. And often, this exchange of experiences and learning opens doors and possibilities that would otherwise go unnoticed. 4. Marrying for financial compatibility. Marriage is a partnership in many aspects, and financial compatibility is one of the most important factors in ensuring harmony in daily life. When two people share the same financial values and goals, such as the desire to build wealth or achieve stability, joint financial planning becomes much more natural. After all, it makes no sense for one partner to focus on saving and investing while the other insists on impulsive spending. This alignment helps define a common path and is the starting point for a healthy relationship with money. One approach to achieving this balance is to set financial goals together, such as a couple deciding to save for the purchase of a house or for annual trips. Together, they can plan where to invest, how much to allocate to each goal, and what they need to adjust in their lifestyle to achieve those goals. With a common objective, the couple strengthens their bond, understanding that the pursuit of financial freedom is a joint effort that depends on the actions and decisions of both. When finances are in sync, the couple avoids many of the problems that typically arise in financially unbalanced relationships. In the long run, this not only generates wealth but also fosters a stronger relationship without the burdens of debt or lack of extra income. Thus, this compatibility paves the way for bigger dreams, making marriage not just a union of feelings but a strategic partnership for building wealth and ensuring stability. 5. Boring investment is effective. In a world where the promise of quick gains and exciting investments is everywhere, it's easy to fall into the temptation of betting on novelties like volatile cryptocurrencies or highly speculative stocks. However, many of the great investors, those who truly build wealth over the years, advocate for simpler investments, often referred to as boring investments. They know that index funds, for example, may seem less glamorous, but they deliver consistent and predictable results over the long term. Investing in index funds is an effective and practical way to achieve financial growth without the stress of needing to track the market daily. Funds that follow the S&P 500 index, for instance, become powerful allies for those seeking steady returns, as the index represents the 500 largest companies in the United States. With this type of investment, you gain exposure to the market in a diversified way and with less risk, which is ideal for those who want to grow without losing sleep. The returns from these investments may be slow, but they are durable. This type of strategy allows the investor to monitor the market in general without having to engage in the frantic race of buying and selling. Additionally, with proper financial planning, this approach creates a solid foundation for wealth growth. Unlike exciting investments that can go bankrupt overnight, boring investments have consistency, which is, after all, what truly matters for building lasting and secure wealth. 6. Investing in simplicity. When it comes to investments, simplicity is a powerful ally, even if underestimated. Many people believe that the more complex the investment, the higher the return. However, this view often complicates finances and increases risks. The secret of experienced investors is to choose direct and transparent investments that are easy to understand and track. By avoiding highly complex financial instruments, the investor gains clarity and has greater control over their decisions. Think of examples like the index funds already mentioned or even fixed-income securities such as U.S. Treasury bonds. These investments are simple and provide consistent returns. There's no need to understand complex formulas or predict the market. With a well-structured financial plan, investing in simplicity avoids headaches and unwanted surprises while allowing you to achieve goals more securely. The great benefit of simplicity is that it allows the investor to devote more time to what truly matters, the long-term strategy. By choosing easy-to-manage investments, you focus on the essentials and free yourself from the burden of complex and exhausting decisions. Ultimately, less is more. When the focus is on simplicity, the path to wealth becomes clearer, more direct, and less risky. 7. Long-term vision in investments. Investing with a long-term perspective is one of the pillars of a good financial strategy. Many beginner investors make the mistake of seeking quick gains, but true wealth builders know that time is one of the greatest allies in generating returns. Imagine investing in stable companies' stocks, like Coca-Cola or Apple, and letting the money grow over the years with the power of compound interest in your favor. Those who possess this long-term vision realize that with patience, the returns are significant and consistent. This long-term approach allows investors to better cope with market fluctuations. Instead of worrying about the daily rise or fall of a stock, they maintain focus on the ultimate goal, which helps avoid impulsive decisions. When investing with a long-term mindset, it becomes possible to withstand crises and take advantage of recoveries that follow soon after. This strategy not only reduces stress but also increases the chances of solid and sustainable wealth growth. In financial planning, a long-term vision should always hold a prominent place. After all, investing is not a sprint but a marathon. The earlier you start, the greater the potential for growth, and this is something that experienced investors understand well. They know that by planting today, they will harvest abundantly in the future, thus building true wealth that withstands the test of time and market changes. 8. The importance of liquidity. Having liquidity in a part of your assets, that is, the ability to quickly convert an asset into cash without losing value, is essential for a balanced financial strategy. In times of unforeseen events, such as unexpected medical expenses or investment opportunities, those with liquid assets can access resources quickly without needing to sell long-term investments or accumulate debt. Liquidity provides the peace of mind that, even without cash on hand, you have reserves that can be converted into cash when needed. The liquidity reserve can include low-risk, high-liquidity investments, such as daily liquidity fixed-income funds or government bonds. These assets may not yield as little as cash, but they still offer quick accessibility in times of need. With financial planning that includes this reserve, the investor protects their most valuable assets and avoids situations where they would have to liquidate stocks or long-term investments during a market downturn. This way, long-term goals remain secure, unaffected by momentary issues. This type of strategy also allows you to take advantage of opportunities that arise in the market. Imagine a stock with excellent appreciation potential is trading below its usual value. With liquidity in hand, you are prepared to act, buying assets that will appreciate over time and increasing your wealth. Liquidity, therefore, not only offers security against unforeseen events but also opens doors for intelligent and sustainable growth aligned with long-term objectives. 9. Spend on what you love and save on what is superfluous. One of the most effective ways to have a healthy and satisfying financial life is to focus spending on things that truly bring joy and cut back on what matters little. Those who understand the importance of financial planning know that the secret is not to stop spending but to spend consciously, prioritizing what makes a difference in life. If, for example, traveling is something you love, it makes sense to invest in it. On the other hand, spending on branded clothing or cutting-edge electronics may be less important and can be adjusted. This principle allows for a healthier relationship with money because you don't feel like you're always giving up everything. On the contrary, prioritizing what you love provides the freedom to live meaningful experiences without guilt. And this does not mean missing out on opportunities to accumulate extra income or build wealth. When a person spends consciously, they also learn to save in areas that don't hold as much value, such as subscriptions that are rarely used or impulsive purchases. The savings that arise from these changes make all the difference at the end of the month. In the long run, this approach creates a balance that contributes to both personal well-being and financial growth. Spending on what really matters is a great strategy, as it brings immediate satisfaction while allowing you to focus on creating a more prosperous future. It is this conscious attention to money that opens doors to greater opportunities, while wealth builds healthily, reflecting a life of financial freedom and choices aligned with what truly makes sense for each individual. 10. Freedom is the greatest value of money. Money, after all, should be a tool for achieving freedom, the freedom to choose how to spend your time and where to focus your energies. True wealth is not just in the amount of money someone accumulates, but in the ability to decide whether to work, rest, invest in personal projects, or travel the world. This financial freedom is what distinguishes those who are truly prosperous from those who merely live in search of more wealth. Having this control allows one to make the most of life, with tranquility and purpose. Imagine waking up and knowing that the day is yours, without financial obligations tying you to a job or decisions you do not wish to make. This is the power of well-structured financial planning, focused on building an emergency fund and investments that generate passive income over time. With this security, you transform money into a means to achieve your own goals, without depending on market fluctuations or the economy's mood. When money works for you, it becomes a support for living fully, not just a constant worry. This pursuit of freedom guides the path to a fulfilled financial life. By using money to create time and independence, you open up space to focus on what truly matters, be it a new passion, time with family, or unique experiences. And it is this freedom that gives meaning to the accumulated wealth, transforming money into a source of personal fulfillment and true autonomy, which few truly achieve. What you heard here are not just tips, they are the real steps that can lead you to complete control over your money and financial freedom. The difference between staying where you are and truly achieving that freedom lies in how you choose to act from now on. Each of these lessons is a tool, but it only works if you are ready to put them into practice. And to make this process even easier, I've left a tool in the pinned comment that will help you organize your finances. With it, you can visualize your spending, plan savings, and make your money really work for you. This small investment could be the turning point you need to genuinely move toward your financial independence. Wizard, don't let this knowledge go to waste. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and let's continue this journey together.